Hello everyone! Today we're going to do a different kind of video. I'm finally going to share with you a little bits of my fitness routine, and I'm going to show you how I cook and prep my meals. So right now I'm on a bodybuilder's cutting diet. My friend who is a bodybuilder personalized this eating regimen for me, and right now this is really strict. Obviously I would not eat like this all year round because the portions are really small, and it's very, very, very clean and lean. So you don't have to do this. I'm just showing you guys what I am doing because a lot of you have been curious, because I have seen the results. Last week, before my Thanksgiving cheat week, I was down 100 pounds in the morning, and by the time I hit the gym with all my clothes and shoes, I was 104 pounds. Right now I'm currently heavier. I don't know how much because I haven't been able to get on a scale. I feel like I've gained weight. I know I have. So I'm back on the diet again after a week of gluttony, and I learned my lesson. A moment on the lips, forever on the hips. That's, you know, they say it because it's true, but abs are made in the kitchen, and the reason I chose to go on this diet is because even though I am really strong, I am lifting really heavy, I did not feel that how strong I was reflected in how I looked on a day-to-day basis. I felt I still wasn't looking the way I should look. So I decided to get on this diet to prove to myself and show my body that I am capable of doing this, and I really, really love it. I love eating clean. This has been a huge lifestyle change for me, and I no longer like eating out as much as I used to, and I used to love eating out. So I'm a big foodie. I love food. I love cooking with oil, and I make a lot of food. I mean, over the past 4 or 5 years I've been cooking, I can honestly say that I have become a great cook. And sometimes it is sad that I can't make the decadent food that I used to make, but I really do love cooking like this. It saves time, it saves money. I don't throw out food anymore. I don't waste money at the grocery store. But again, just keep in mind that this is not a way that you should eat all year round, and everyone's body is different. I'm very petite. I'm only 5 feet, and again, anywhere from 100 pounds to 110 pounds. 110 would be my heaviest, which I haven't been in a while. But if you want to see a really clean diet, how a bodybuilder would actually eat before a competition, and how I saw results, then definitely stay tuned, because this will at least give you an idea of where to start. So first things first, breakfast. This is Optimum Nutrition's Platinum Hydro Whey. There's 30 grams of protein, and there is very little fat in this one, which is why I chose it. There's only 1 gram of fat and only 2 grams of carbs. So I just take 1 full scoop, place the shaker ball into the blender cup, add your water, 8 to 12 ounces. So I just fill this one up because this is 12 ounces. Close it up and shake away. Most of the time I add my water first, put the ball in, and then add the powder, but for the video's sake I just use the powder first. Now it's time to get started on the quick oats. I just buy the Ralph's brand quick oats. I usually take about half a cup, pour it in my bowl, add 1 cup of water to my measuring cup, and then pour that into my oats. Give it a quick stir with the spoon, and pop it in the microwave for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Now we're going to get started with the boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I eat chicken twice a day, and I get mine from Costco. So this is the Kirkland Signature brand. I buy frozen. You can buy fresh if you want. So I'm just going to take 3 or 4 chicken breasts. Now that my best friend Tammy is also on the diet, I make a lot more, or double up the portions. But first things first, we're going to set the oven to 375. And using foil, I'm going to line my baking pan. I use 2 layers of foil, 1 lengthwise and 1 across, just to make sure that the juices don't spill all over the bottom of the pan. So now I'm going to do a bit of prep for the chicken. I just washed basil leaves. These are organic basil leaves. They go bad pretty quickly though, so just make sure you buy them twice a week. I'm just going to set those aside and start chopping my onion. I always include at least 1 onion. If you don't like onions, you can skip this, but I love onions and garlic, so I always cook with them. I also leave a bowl around for trash, making cleanup easier. And then I just dice up the onion. It doesn't have to look perfect. Now I'm going to chop a couple cloves of garlic. I don't dice them, I leave them whole so that I don't have to go through and pick all the garlic out, and that's why I use a little bit more than I normally would. So just smash the garlic, chop off either end. All you have to do is easily peel off the skin, and that's it. Alright, let's do it one more time. Put the garlic on its side, put your knife down, hit it with the palm of your hand, chop off the bottom, cut off the top, peel the front down, then the side, and then the whole thing should just slip off, just like that. Now that we've got the chicken going, I'm going to take my foil one more time, just one sheet, and I'm just going to place this down on a flat baking tray. And after I've rinsed my sweet potatoes, I'm going to bake them along with the chicken. And it doesn't make the chicken take any longer, but these are going to be in the oven for a while. I will take the chicken out after it's done. I will shred it, put it into my Tupperware after it's portioned, and then these will be done. So I'm just going to show you how to cook them. And now I'm going to take a fork and poke holes into the potato. And yes, the sugar will drip out of the sweet potato, and that is why we use the aluminum foil. Alright, so our sweet potatoes are ready, and I know that the general rule is never to open the oven when you're cooking, but we're just making basic chicken, so it's not going to kill you. Alright, so I took the chicken out of the pan, and so far it's been sitting covered for 5 minutes on just the stove top, and I have my kitchen timer set again so that the sweet potatoes in the oven are still cooking. So now I'm just going to remove the covering. And this just ensures that the chicken stays nice and tender. So I'm just going to give them a quick flip, and I'm just going to let them cool so that I can start shredding them. I'm just cleaning off the fat. And obviously, if you don't like using your fingers, you don't have to, but clean fingers are just like with makeup, your greatest tool. And again, I don't use any of the garlic or onions. They're just aromatics used during the cooking process. I toss them out with the foil once we're done. I like to usually just take the chicken and split it. And I just shred the chicken with my fingers. I think it's really simple. I just grab pieces and pull them apart. You can make them as small as you would like. I like to make mine pretty thin. I honestly feel that when you shred the chicken this way, it gives you the appearance of a lot more food so that you don't feel as hungry, and the chicken stays softer, and all of that will contribute to allowing you to stay on the diet instead of rage quitting, whatever it is, and not sticking to it. So now that I have a decent amount of chicken shredded, I'm going to turn my food scale on. This is a Taylor food scale from Target, I believe. It was only $25, $30. So I'm just going to take a little bit of chicken, put it on the scale until it hits 3 ounces. I'm going to toss that in one of my little containers. And then for my best friend Tammy, because she's about 125 pounds and at 5'1½", I'm going to give her about double. So just measure out whatever you think is an appropriate amount for you. You can ask a bodybuilder or whatever, you research it online, however much you should eat. Now when it comes to the sweet potatoes, I just chop off a bit of the front and then use the fork to push down and push the sweet potato out of the skin. You can also fold the skin over, grab whatever's left, then I let it cool, put it on the scale, and then put it into my Tupperware. Now I'm going to show you how I prep the fish. I sprayed the aluminum foil with Pam, and then I placed in my 2 tilapia fillets with garlic, fresh garlic down the center, and then basil leaves. Now what I'm going to do a little differently from the chicken is squeeze some fresh lemon juice on both. You can use lime, but I only have lemons on hand today. And then I'm going to take my Mrs. Dash, the Fiesta Lime, and I'm going to generously sprinkle this all over the fish. Then I'm going to take my lemon and pepper seasoning grinder from McCormick. And this one does have salt in it, so I only grind it a couple times on each fish. Then I take a couple lemon wedges, place them between the fish, and then I take 2 larger half wedges and place them next to the fish on either side. And then I just pop it into a 425-degree oven until they are done. Simple. So now that my fish is out of the oven, I'm just going to take the lemon wedges that we're cooking with the fish and just squeeze them on top of the fish to give it a nice burst of fresh lemon. Then I'm going to let them cool, portion them out into Tupperware with my steamed asparagus, which I'm going to steam in the bag in the microwave. And here you go. This is Tammy's portion of tilapia fillet with asparagus that's steamed and tossed in a little bit of black pepper. And I know again that this diet or this lifestyle will not appeal to all of you, but you will see results if you stick to it. So I wish you the best of luck, and I will film a video where I show you how I lift and what other workout wear and etc. other tips and tricks. So stay tuned for that, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!